Rhino with the Eye of Thundera and this He-Man Sword of Power. Unstoppable. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today's video, I'll be unboxing and reviewing these Masters of the Universe figures by Super 7. So here we have He-Man and Skeletor. I'm going to try and get them out of that glare. And we also have She-Ra and Hordak. Now these are official figures, I believe licensed by Mattel, and they are in the very classic 80s look, and basically these are kind of like He-Man reissues if you ask me. Let's go to the back of the package here. Let's see if I can flip them all over. See on the back, they basically have unique art here on the back, and each individual one has, I guess, special features. So let's take He-Man here. So you see here for He-Man, twist his waist and he swings back with a punch. Same here goes for Skeletor. She-Ra, twist her waist and make her swing her sword of protection and protect herself with the shield. And Hordak, twist his waist and he swings back with a punch. Basically all very similar gimmicks that they have in this line. Okay, so here we have wave 1 of the series. He-Man, Skeletor, She-Ra, and Hordak. And each of them come with their respective cards here. So this is He-Man's, Skeletor's, She-Ra's, and Hordak's. And if you look on the back, it gives you a little bit of background information about the toy from the 80s, etc. So kind of cool, like how they evolved into what they look like today. Nice little touch. Okay, let's start off with He-Man. So here's He-Man. He comes with his power sword, his shield, along with, mine came with this extra piece, and I have a feeling it joins together with an extra sword piece that Skeletor has. He does have this little punching action here, but all in all, I mean, it's a nice representation. I mean, it's probably 1-for-1 with the original, if but you know, I don't have any of the original toys, but it looks pretty cool. The head rotates. Now these things don't have a ton of articulation besides the head rotating. The arms can go 360, and then of course that weird sitting pose. The only difference is he can't, because of the gimmick, he doesn't really have waist articulation because he'll just do this. But that's pretty much it for He-Man. All in all, nice figure. I'm really down the rabbit hole with this line. I got the rest of them on pre-order. Let's put them here. Take a closer look at a little bit difficult to stand here. Okay, here's another point that I don't like. No action figure stand holes. Very unfortunate, because some of them, and I'm looking at you, She-Ra, could actually use that. Okay, here's Skeletor. Comes with the staff. The sword, which is basically the exact same sword He-Man has, but purple. And it doesn't, like, this hand is not really made for this, but I just have him holding the sword. Looks kind of cool for me. And of course he does have that action, but unfortunately it makes his staff fly away. I may have to do some hot water bath thing for the hands to kind of make it a little bit more tighter, because it is not too tight. It doesn't hold very well. But let's see if I can get it here on camera. Detail here. I mean, you're not looking at Marvel Legends style figures. This is just really nostalgia if you grew up with He-Man in the 80s. And you know, I'm kind of glad they did release it, because I never had a lot of these as a kid. Now, Skeletor comes with this piece of the sword, while He-Man comes with this piece, and as you can see, they can be put together. I'm not sure if there's a reasoning behind that, but I'll have to look it up. Okay, next is She-Ra. Here's She-Ra. Not a big fan of the face, to be honest. But yeah, she looks like her old 80s self. Again, she could really use some figure stand holes so that she could stand properly, because she is very fiddly. She comes with this extra sword, which is identical to He-Man's sword. And this is her sword. Looks almost the same, but she has this little blue part over here. The cape is cloth. And same with articulation on the head and the arms. I'm not really going to go through them. But the legs, you know, part of me is like, why bother? The way it's designed doesn't really allow for articulation. I mean, like, yeah, but you know what? It was the 80s. I mean, all we wanted to do with them is make them fight. Okay, here's the back. Just some detail shots. Let's put her aside. Hopefully she will remain standing. As I said, okay, let's put arm here. Yeah, she comes with the shield. Sorry, I forgot about that. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, and of course the same action that He-Man and Skeletor has, which basically causes her to fly her sword. I'm gonna have to edit this to be shorter because I can't spend so much time just having her try to stay. And last but not least, we have Hordak, who comes with this little crossbow here and this arm gun, which basically snaps onto him. I kind of wish they just molded it. I don't remember in the cartoon if he ever had this arm cannon off, but he does have that same gimmick, but not as much because it's really tight. You know, he doesn't go back and forth like the rest, but the head can turn 360, and just like the rest of the guys, you know, the weird sitting pose. But like I said, the main reason for this is really, it just reminds me of my childhood. Now, the other thing that reminds me of my childhood is something I did review a few weeks, I guess, or not a few weeks, a few days ago. Let's put him aside. And that is, let me bring them here. These guys, Lion-O and Mumm-Ra, made in the same fashion as Masters of the Universe. So let's see how they stack up here. So here we have Lion-O. Let me bring the camera a little down so you can see them both up front. And He-Man. You know, I always, you know, as a kid, just like, you know, who would win in a fight, Lion-O or He-Man? I mean, Lion-O looks a lot bigger in here, though. I mean, gotta say, Lion-O looks a little more impressive than He-Man does. In fact, He-Man is actually shorter than She-Ra, and it's probably mainly due to his stance. Okay, stand. Oh, it won't stand. Okay, let's look at Mumm-Ra and Skeletor. Again, Mumm-Ra looks more intimidating. And it's probably because these figures, the plastic is shinier. These are more flat, which I actually prefer than the shiny plastic. I mean, it looks like He-Man just got out of the tanning booth or something. Okay. Okay, falling apart. So, anyway, that's these guys together. I really wish they put action figure holes, so action figure stand holes, so that we could put them into action figure stands, because some of these, just by design, have a hard time standing. Mainly She-Ra. She-Ra, oh my goodness, it's really hard to get her to stand. Anyway, that is it for this video. Thanks for watching.